Picture this. It's Tuesday night. You're sitting on your beige sectional couch that cost $4,000. You're scrolling through your banking app and you feel that familiar pit in your stomach. You just got paid on Friday, a massive deposit. But today, 4 days later, 80% of it is already gone. Here's the thing. On paper, you are the American dream. You make $180,000, maybe $200,000 a year. You have the director or VP title. Your parents are proud of you. Your friends think you're killing it. But deep down, you know the uncomfortable truth. If you lost your job tomorrow, you wouldn't last 3 months. You are running on a treadmill set to maximum speed, and if you trip, you fly off the back. You aren't wealthy. You are just a high-income peasant. And today, we are going to talk about why the system is designed to keep you exactly there. My name is Nash, and I spend way too much time thinking about the hidden traps in the financial system. If you're someone who did everything right, got the degree, got the job, but still feels financially stuck, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Look, I know high-income peasant sounds harsh. You might be thinking, Nash, I make 6 figures, I'm not a peasant. But let's look at the definition. Historically, a peasant was someone who worked the land but owned nothing. They kept just enough of their harvest to survive while the rest went to the Lord. Today, the Lord is a combination of the IRS, the bank that owns your mortgage, and the luxury brands you use to signal your status. Let's break down the math, because numbers don't lie. Let's take a realistic couple living in a major city. Let's call them Matt and Sarah. Combined, they make $200,000 a year. Right off the bat, the government takes a bite. Federal tax, state tax, FICA. If they live in a place like New York or California, that $200K is instantly $135,000 in take-home pay. That's $11,250 a month. Still sounds like a lot, right? But here's where the peasant trap kicks in. Because Matt and Sarah are professionals, they believe they need to live like professionals. First, the house. They bought a $750,000 home because renting is throwing money away, which is a lie we'll talk about another time. With interest rates where they are, that's $5,500 a month. The cars. You can't drive a beat-up Honda to the client meeting, so they lease 2 mid-tier luxury SUVs, $1,200 a month. Student loans. They needed master's degrees to get those jobs, $1,000 a month. Child's care. 2 kids in daycare, that's easily $2,500 a month. Let's do the math. $11,250 income minus $10,200 in fixed costs. They have $1,050 left for food, for gas, for clothes, for life. They are making $200K a year, and they are mathematically living paycheck to paycheck. This isn't an exaggeration. This is the statistical norm for the category economists call Henry's, high income, not rich yet. Here's what most people don't realize. The financial system is specifically engineered to extract wealth from the upper middle class. Why? Because the poor have no money to take, and the ultra-rich have the resources to hide it. You, the high-income employee, are the sweet spot. You are a W-2 employee. That means you get taxed on the first dollar you earn. A business owner gets taxed on the last dollar they earn, after they've paid for their car, their dinners, and their travel. You are playing a game with rules that are rigged against you. When you get a raise, what happens? You move into a higher tax bracket, and usually you suffer from something called Parkinson's Law. Parkinson's Law states that expenses always rise to meet income. I see this all the time. You get a $20,000 raise. Do you save it? No. You say, finally, we can upgrade the kitchen, or now we can afford that trip to Tulum. You treat your income like it's a floor, but it's actually a ceiling. You are spending 100% of your operational capacity just to maintain the image of success. This is where it gets really interesting. It's not just math, it's biology. We are tribal animals. We are wired to signal status so we don't get kicked out of the tribe. In 2024, we don't signal status with feathers or hunting trophies. We signal it with zip codes, Teslas, and organic groceries. The problem is that for the high-income peasant, this status is financed by debt. I call this the loyalty tax. By committing to a high overhead lifestyle, you force yourself to stay in a job you might hate. You can't quit to start a business. You can't take a sabbatical. You can't take a risk. You have put on golden handcuffs. They are shiny, they look expensive, but they are still handcuffs. You are trading your freedom for comfort, and comfort is the enemy of wealth. Now, you might be thinking, Nash, I'm investing in my 401k. Isn't that enough? It's better than nothing, but here's the brutal truth. A 401k is just deferring your taxes to a future date where taxes might be higher, and more importantly, you can't touch that money until you're 60 without a penalty. If you are 35, that money is dead to you for 25 years. It doesn't help you buy freedom now. The danger is that the high-income peasant relies on a single point of failure, the salary. If the economy turns, if AI replaces your middle management role, if the company merges and restructures, you are done because you have high income, but you have low solvency. Wealth isn't about how much you make. Wealth is a ratio. How many months can you survive without working? For many people making 200K, that answer is 2 months. That is terrifying. So how do we break the chains? How do we go from high-income peasant to actually wealthy? It requires a contrarian approach. You have to do the opposite of what your neighbors are doing. Step 1, declare war on the big three: housing, transportation, food. Stop trying to impress people you don't even like. Drive the car into the ground. Live in a slightly worse neighborhood. If you can cut your fixed costs by 20%, you don't just save money, you buy your freedom back. Step 2, the 50% rule. If you get a raise or a bonus, pretend it didn't happen. Save 50% of every new dollar you earn. If you were living fine on 150K and you bump to 180K, do not expand your life to 180K. Bank the difference. This gap is where wealth is created. Step 3, buy assets, not liabilities. A house you live in is a liability. It takes money out of your pocket. An asset puts money in your pocket. Start buying index funds, real estate that you rent out, or start a side business. You need income that doesn't require you to clock in at 9 a.m. Step 4, redefine rich. Stop defining rich as spending a lot of money. Start defining rich as having control over my time. The guy driving the 2014 Toyota might have $2 million in the bank and total freedom. The guy in the 2024 Range Rover might be sweating over his next credit card bill. Which one do you want to be? Listen, making a high income is a privilege. It's a shovel, but most people use that shovel to dig a hole they can't get out of. I want you to use that shovel to build a mountain. Stop playing the status game. The prize is a life of stress and golden handcuffs. Start playing the freedom game. It's quieter, it's less flashy, but the sleep you get at night, that's priceless. If you are ready to stop acting rich and start getting rich, subscribe to the channel. I'm Nash. Don't be a peasant. I'll see you in the next one.